Hello everyone and welcome to this video. This one is going to be so fun because as you see the iceberg has returned. I don't know if this happens annually or yearly in BSSO that it returned around, because when I recorded this it was still September, the last week of September. So maybe it occurs every September in BSSO. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing this on a distance before, and I would definitely have remembered that. Oh, you guys, well, you all know this place is really iconic, and I'm just showing it fully. I'm just showing off it to you guys. Well, all the accessible places. So that you can enjoy that. Like, oh, I was like, yay, it is back. I don't remember how. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this was the first, or the second snowy kind of thing we had in game, because we already had snow, and I think maybe it was even after the snow wasn't in the game anymore, or before that we got the iceberg. I am sure that this was there before Dino Valley. Well, if I'm wrong, that is what it is. But no, because I remember how excited everyone was about this. Everyone was so positive about this, obsessed over the seals, etc. Oh, one of the saddlebags here, I remember back then I was making an outfit and I wanted the saddlebag from here. But yeah, I couldn't get it because the iceberg wasn't there, and then didn't return then. So yeah, well, I'll use something different. But yeah, I remember I was like that, like, oh, I want that saddlebag. I looked up on SSO database, and then I saw, oh, part of the iceberg. Yeah, can't get it then. That's too bad, really. But well, but I remember how excited everyone was for this, and I don't think we all would have been half as excited if we already had Dino Valley, because yeah, then we already had our snow area, etc. Then it wouldn't be so new. So I think this was actually already present in game before Dino Valley came, you know. I want to make sure. So I'm now, whilst you guys enjoy these views, Snowberg, StarStable, Snowberg, Snow Mountain, SSO. Let's see if I can find when that was. Or Iceberg, actually. Iceberg, SSO. Oh, not SS9. SSO. I just want to. No, this is not it either. Oh, it was there in 2022. I see. But I see it. Oh wait, here's your Wikipedia. The iceberg. Last time it made an appearance was in November 2017. Oh, okay. But when was the first time then? When it appeared? Maybe I can't. Let me see. First appearance. I just want to know when this. 2017. Wasn't it earlier? I see some YouTube videos. No, I see one from Serie Pixel Biology Dated 19 April 2016. And when came Dino Valley? Didn't we? Also in 2016, but then September. And the Iceberg April, it seems. Yeah, okay, so I'm quite sure that the Iceberg came in the game before Dino Valley. And if it's true that the first time it came was in 2016, the year when Dino Valley came, maybe then this was just also a little bit like a little pre-taste for Dino Valley. I mean, the textures and everything, it's exactly the same as in Dino Valley. So yeah, I think by the time, if it's true that in 2016 the first time the Iceberg appeared, well, that is when it was then. Then I think SSO had already a lot of Dino Valley ready as well by that time. I mean, they had to, because end of 2016, if they then when they then released Dino Valley, and of course you gotta have more ready in April by that time if you want to release it in time. I wanna look up one more time. When did Dino Valley get released exactly? Dino Valley SSO. Why doesn't the wiki say the... Wait, yeah. Release date, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, all that history, I don't care about that. When it came in 2014 for the first time. Oh well, you know, it's kind of hard nowadays to find these old SSO videos on YouTube as well, because it usually shows the newest first. Well, you know, whatever, whenever which one got released, this Iceberg, everyone loved it. It was, I think it was then temporarily in game for like 2 weeks or something, or was it a whole month? But either way, it was just lovely. And some of those parts, I feel like, look kind of like ice cream. The other higher mountain earlier, at the edge of it, kind of looks like soft ice cream. Oh, and then I felt like eating ice cream. Yeah, oh, well, I guess this appeared before Dino Valley, but now I'm not 100% sure of it. That's my guess. Yeah, lovely piece of nostalgia. Yeah, beautiful ice and snow. Alright, then this video will be mixed with a little bit of StorylineQuest and also some of the circus. Oh, finally any news. About time, we've been waiting for it. Actually, the StorylineQuest. Even now, when I can just play the quests however I want to, how fast I want to, it still feels kind of slow, the progress in the whole StorylineQuest thing, because well, that is just how it was. And well, That would also be realistic, like if you just came to an island. Oh, and I'm not going to wait for this, of course. I just stayed overnight. It's for free anyways, so why not? Circus can come later, but that will also be in this video. Yeah, imagine that you come to an island and then you slowly get introduced to this magical world. If all of that happened fast, yeah, that would be a little bit shocking. And for the existing members too, they also have to get used to the idea of a new member and just a little bit slow introductions, I guess. I need a sip of my tea again. Soul Riders were always quite friendly. Although yeah, Alex could sometimes be like that she just wanted to zap Sabine, for example. But I mean, I can understand that totally. We had a lot of sassy dialogue, especially with like the bobcats and stuff. But like the Soul Riders, they're always just friendly, and Elizabeth too. Elizabeth is really such a mother figure. Oh yeah, right. I was doing this because I'm gonna need a thumbnail. For some reason it doesn't work when I press print screen, the button on the keyboard. It just doesn't do it when I play BSSO, and that was also the case with old SSO. I don't know when, at some point just pressing print screen didn't work anymore. Not for me, but otherwise it did outside of the game, so yeah, I don't know. The spiral, well, I mentioned this before, but any idiot can understand that this leads somewhere, right? If you follow that spiral, or even just following it out of curiosity. Because Elizabeth, she emphasized on us keeping it a secret. But how do you want to keep this a secret? Because anyone can reach this place. Now in new SSO it's harder because it's more mountainy. You really have to go past Elizabeth's house to get there. Whoa, it's so dark here. It was already later in game, but it really is dark. Wow, beautiful, right? This moment for that. It's really so dark and I can't make it lighter now, but it's fine. Everything is visible and kinda readable enough, right? You can turn up the brightness next time, but well, let me know if this is too dark for you guys. Maybe you'd like it. It's a little bit part of the aesthetic, a little bit part of the atmosphere and the theme, a little bit dark magic. This negative druid. Not easy to well, maybe not negative, just a little hard to convince, just a little bit stubborn maybe. I mean, what he's gonna say about us being too inexperienced may sound a little mean, but he's actually right, because if it's a time of emergency and you just need to get things done, then to also train and involve someone inexperienced, there could be great risk for that person, and that person could kind of get in the way. He is just, yeah, I think it's a he by posture, not a she. Or it must be a really bigger build female, but no, I think it's a he. To then involve an inexperienced person, that is risk for both parties. But on the other side, yeah, he just thinks very logical, I guess. Yeah. maybe a little bit more towards the pessimistic. But the thing is, even though all of that is true, you never know what good things might happen either if you don't take the risk. Because maybe that inexperienced person is really creative, my pronunciation today, has really creative ideas and can actually help the team in a safe way. But I mean, with this magic and stuff, there's always risk involved. But of course, you can't take cautious risk, to say so, or cautious risk. How much risk you take and where and when makes a difference. You can also take too much, but like a little bit could be okay. It could actually work out fine. So yeah, I get his logical thinking, but there is more than that. Yeah, the logical is very useful as well, but the intuitive and the creative is just as important. And it's more a bit about balance, using both your normal sense. No, that's not the right word. Using both your sensibility and your intuition, and logic, and your intuition and creativity, both really important. I guess he's a bit more on the logical side. Elizabeth is a bit more on the intuitive, creative side. Like, I trust. I think it will be all right. Let's do this, but just with the necessary caution. And he would rather be like, no, we're not gonna do this. We're only gonna do what's logical. That's then good that in their team that they have people who think a little bit different and opposite of each other, because then you can utilize both those qualities really well. A little bit of both, actually. Actually, I think in general the combination of things makes the best things. I have a really silly example, but I like this example. I had chocolate paste or chocolate spread, you know, that which you can put on bread. I had one pot with a jar. I had one pot is the Dutch word for jar, but I believe you can also use it in English sometimes. Oh well. Yeah, with pots, I think that is with seeds, etc. Cardamom pots, for example. But either way, so I had a jar with white chocolate, organic, lovely. And I also had another jar with the milk chocolate, also lovely, a little bit heavier, like the white one. I really have to tell myself, stop now, because it's too good and it's too light and too easy to eat. But like with the bit darker one, it's easier to stop because it's a bit heavier on the stomach, etc. So to eat them separate is nice, but I find when you eat them in combination, you know, you also have those jars with both tastes in it. I think that's the best, because then also, like, there's this funny thing, you want to keep the white and the darker chocolate, the brown chocolate, separate, because you want the white separate on the bread and the brown separate on the bread. And to try to make that work, that the brown chocolate doesn't take over too much. That is also always a little bit of a thing, but that makes it more worth it, the little bit of sweet and the darker, heavier brown chocolate. It's a really silly example, but I just thought that is such a funny example of how the combination of the dark and the light, how that is most enjoyable. At least in life, I find like, also with weather, summer, it is challenging for me. It's just way too much sun. I can handle the darkness in winter better, but that's also a struggle for many people. But like in autumn, it's a bit of a combination. Spring as well. Well, spring goes lighter and lighter, autumn darker and darker. But this combination of the light and the dark, that's what I enjoy most. And what I also find so beautiful, when it's a little bit cloudy, but also sunny, and then the weather also seems a little bit threatening, but then there's also the beautiful sunshine. That combination of light and dark, it's personally, for me, it's really enjoyable. Perhaps with if you had siblings, you also had that fight about, I want more of that white chocolate, I'm quickly gonna get it first. Or maybe not, but it's a white chocolate paste spread. It's too easy to eat, really. It's too easy to continue with that. Yeah, I really have to pull myself to a stop. But this is not entirely related to the quest system, but I don't always have to talk about the quest. Some off-topic stuff is fine too. Actually, Idris, considering his character, his personality, he hasn't changed all that much. Because here too, he is little. You're going to see a bit more of that later, but because one quest came before the other when he mentioned that about loyalty and I was maybe not trusting him so much anymore, but he seems a little devious. Yeah, not so trustworthy, maybe a little shrewd, even ominous. No, I would not say that, but I don't know, I would not trust him. No, not this old Idris. Well, this is the Yasser, but and he looks so silly. Yeah, he indeed he does look a little weird, as is rather false. But both times Idris just doesn't seem that trustworthy. He has something a little mysterious about him. So yeah, his appearance changed a lot. According to many, for the better. They all fall for it. It's not my type, but many do really like him. Yeah, I guess he can be charming in a bit of a dangerous way, maybe. Not trustworthy, for sure. But either way, yeah. His appearance changed, but his personality not that much. I was gonna say something else, but now I lost it. Well, whatever, it will come back to mind. It's just silly. Why does he call the Yester the fool all the time? Oh, I remember later on we will also have a quest with that wagon. But I also remember like what was in it was actually not that mysterious at all. I wonder if in this SO version, if the circus races are still in there. Maybe, maybe not. I feel like the circus, that it got updated like only a few years ago. I could check it out too, like when did it become so pink? I think I didn't like that in the beginning actually. I think I was like, a lot in the game is already like pinkish. Does the circus now have to be pinkish too? It was fine when it was yellow, but yeah, got used to it quick. Alright, circus. No, I can't find anything about it in the news. Okay. Circus update to pink. SSO. I really feel like that only happened like a few years ago. Oh, I see. From Ivy Rainfall. Neil Idris Circus. And it was on 28th of August 2024. Oh, what? Really? Less? No, more than a year ago. No. No, wait. No, she played it more recent, I see. I see here, really? What? It was in... What the heck is time, guys? It was in 2018, I see. Let me see. Yeah, 2018 at least. Like, where did the time go? I feel like the circus only got updated like 2 years ago or something. What the heck? But it's 7 years ago already. Crazy. Time is a really interesting thing. This quest line as well had like 3-day blockers or something. I was like, I just want to have be done with putting up that tent. I did enjoy doing it. Especially this part too. This is so funny and kind of dangerous. We, a teenage girl cutting a tree. It's not that a teenage girl can do anything, or no, they can do a lot. I'm sure under guidance a 16-year-old girl could cut a tree, but my house looks ridiculous. I think it's hilarious, but in real life you would have insurance stuff, etc. you'd need to consider. So you wouldn't just let a 16-year-old cut a tree. Not without guidance, at least. Well, quite dangerous in real life, cutting a tree. You really need to estimate really well where it is gonna fall, because when it falls fast at some point, and you really can't outrun the whole length of that tree. You really want to be out of the way then. Other branches too, they can really make cuts on your skin, so it's quite dangerous. You especially don't want the tree on you, because well, that wood is really heavy, it could crush you. But it's so fun in game. And then our horse carrying all those trees. It looks so silly. And I don't know, the quest, I don't think it worked entirely properly. Like, we got a text message like that our horse is carrying a heavy load, so it can't move as fast, but I could just go full speed into gallop, so well, I don't mind though, because that's a little more convenient, that's a little nicer. Not that it's a big distance, but still. Yeah, that is the thing I did always find kind of annoying, when your horse couldn't move as fast when carrying logs or something, like. And then with other things, it didn't matter. Other things that were also kind of heavy, so the logic didn't always rhyme there. Oh well. Putting up the flags, now really looking towards the beautiful deep blue sky. Yeah, evening again. The evening is just so beautiful in SSO. I also, I thought about that before as well. I want to play at least one time during the purple morning light. But you see, it's now still dark in the morning, and then I really don't feel like getting up that early. So maybe next year in summer. I don't know if I'm already done with the quest then. Maybe. No. I think completing all the quests will take at least a year. So I think I will still have something to do in the summer. And then it's actually much nicer to get up early and to record and etc. before it becomes really hot, because well, my room, it's upstairs like most people, but yeah, there's also rooms downstairs for people. And even when I keep the window closed, it becomes hot. I don't live in America, we don't have AC here. Or AC, yeah, AC. No cooler, no ventilation like that. My ventilation is then either closing or opening the windows and the curtains, so it gets kind of hot up here in the summer, in the afternoons. So then I much rather play or work, my online work, do it in the morning. So I'm not gonna do it in the winter and autumn, that early morning, maybe once. But I can also just wait until summer to do that once or twice, or even more often. Because now it's just so nice to stay in bed a little longer when it is still dark. Yeah, that is one advantage of the summer. It's really easy to get up early because the sun is already shining anyways. Yeah. But yeah, give me autumn and winter anytime, because I'm just not built for the heat. I'm much more built for the cold. My sister is opposite with that. Like, went upstairs when I had the other window open. I was like, it's nice. My sister was like, please close the window, I am cold. It's like a fridge in here. She has a whole other constitution than me. And so I was like, well, it's not that hot, but sure, I'll close it for you earlier at the end of the morning. But then she was so cold. Yeah, different constitutions. Almost done with building the tents. Yeah, I think I mentioned that too in my previous video, that I was like, when am I gonna get those quests with Idris? Because I expected them a little earlier, but then they were here. circus thingy. I think now it's done. And at the end of recording, when I was editing, I was like, whoa, this alone is already 41 minutes. Took more time than I thought. And it's only like 2 quest lines. Yeah, and I think the next one I'm also going to do like 2 quest lines. One with Holdsworth and one with the Baroness. There's also one I can do now called Lost Money with the Bobcats, but I just don't feel like the Bobcats drama now. I'd better do the one with the Baroness and the one with Mrs. Holdsworth first. So that is going to be in the next one. It's not out there yet. I still have some more material. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I was like, let's first put the tent up and then I'll continue with the other quests I started. Oh, it just makes me feel like I want to go to Golden Hills. You can actually see her flying away for quite some time. So I stayed here for a little longer until I couldn't see her anymore. Just to watch her go. Yeah, this is not a time that she turned us into a frog. That's I thought that, but it happens in Golden Hills, so it's still gonna be a while. I think I'm close though. If I just keep playing, oh, this had me so confused. Like one moment Alex was there and then the other she was not. I was like, Alex, where did you go? You had a story quest for me. Yeah. Oh, what was I talking? Yeah, I lost my friend again. Well, doesn't matter. Can always talk about something else, but now one. Yeah, but that's not for next. No Bobcat drama for a while, unless it fits in the 42. Took quite some time to upload the almost hourly videos, so but like until 42 minutes that was still acceptable with the home internet. With my phone's internet I can upload much faster, but oh yeah, right, I was talking about Golden Hills. I think I'm close because I'm already level 12, going more and more towards 13, so it shouldn't take so long anymore, especially now that we had this quest with Pi. So I'm just going to keep playing Silverglade quests, nothing outside that, and I think that I will get there soon enough. But not if I go play quests outside of Silverglade, because they don't help. Alright, then we finally got Tin Can. So this is how we got him. And then we get Meteor from Golden Hills. Yeah, that's how it was then. Starshine is in. The woods in the Harvest Counties. Greendale. Well, unfortunately Concord is destroyed. And then later Reborn. Well, that is still sort of recent. When we find him as a fall, when we have to look for Starbreeds. I wonder if that is in this one as well. And then later we reunite him with Anne, etc. Later we turn him into an adult horse. Also by a 5-leaf clover. They do seem to have special powers in this game. 5-leaf clovers. Interesting. Finally, now Alex got her horse back. There's still a lot to do. And that is also a good ending for this video. I think this one was fun and exciting. It was fun and exciting to play the quests at least. And to explore the iceberg again. Yeah, setting up the tent, the Circus Quests, they were more enjoyable than I remembered. Yeah, this definitely had some excitement and fun in it. Well guys, that was then it for this video basically. I hope to see you again in the next one. Have a good night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Bye.